What's going on, guys? Devin here with Backcountry Exposure. I'm so excited to talk about this product today because this is one of the best pieces of gear that I have got my hands on for 2017. This is the Waymark Gear Thru 40-liter frameless backpack. To give you a little bit of background on my journey to getting into this pack, because I've always been a little leery and scared about getting into a frameless pack. I had been looking for a frameless pack to get into for quite a while and was looking at brands like Superior Wilderness Designs, ULA, Z-Packs, Gossamer Gear, and all four of those, like, I got really close. Several times I put options and stuff into a shopping cart and just never felt like I should click that button to submit the order. For various reasons. It wasn't just the fact that I was waiting for like the perfect pack, because any of those packs really would work. But I came across Waymark Gear in a Facebook group. The owner of the company posted like, hey, I've got this new company of frameless packs. And then I found out that he was local to me here in Salt Lake City, and was like, awesome, I'm gonna contact this guy and I wanna go check out his shop. So Mark, the owner of the company, was kind enough to allow me to come up to the shop, check things out, try on packs, and we chatted for almost 2 hours and just had a really good experience. Now what I've got here is the Thru 40-liter pack, and he's got another option which is the 50-liter light. And what I've got is one of his semi-custom options, which means that basically you get to choose the colors that you want for the side panels. I went with this cool teal color, and then you can also choose the color of this bottom pocket piece of fabric, and I went with this cool white. The packs are made out of the X-Pack material, which is a really super durable, heavy-duty material that achieves a really lightweight aspect, and that's what's really cool about it. I had this thing rubbing up against like canyon walls and sandstone, and just really like dragged this thing across rocks and stuff. And my buddy that I was out with, he was like, whoa, I would never choose to like drag my pack across the rock like that. And he carries an Osprey Aether, which is a super cool pack, but just a really neat aspect that this material is so bomber that I don't have to worry about rubbing against canyon walls and snagging on things and ripping mesh, which that same buddy of mine did rip the mesh pocket on his pack on that same trip.
I put my feet up high on the other side and use that to push me up over.
Semi-custom pack here, lots of different customizable options with the pack. So you could do a full custom pack and basically build this out however you want it to do. Mark will sew it and build the pack to your specifications. On the back here with the shoulder straps, you can do different colors. You can go with a hip belt, you can take the hip belt off. Just so many different things that you could do with the pack, especially for those people that are going out on through hikes and know specifically what they want on their pack to save as much weight possible. You've got the ability to do that. But I want to go ahead and dive into the details and specs about this pack and just talk about my experience with it. Now, 40 liters of total capacity. That includes the internal storage space as well as the mesh pocket here on the front and the 2 side pockets. So 40 liters total of space. He's got nice side compression straps right here. They're just with some nice cord, and that adds the ability to cinch down the pack to make it a little bit tighter if you don't have this totally full of gear. You've got a loop down here to attach and store trekking poles as well as shock cord right here. And then he's added these tie-out loops all the way around the sides of this mesh pocket that allows you to basically do an X of shock cord if you would like to be able to attach more items to the pack as you need, like a jacket or something, which in my case would have been really helpful because I shoved this jacket that I'm wearing right now down into the pocket and it made it a little bit tighter. I literally had this thing full of like a 64-ounce bag of water and then my jacket here on the top. If I show you the top of the pack here, he's done a cool system on this. Basically, this is a load shifter is what Mark is calling it. Not necessarily a load lifter, but it allows for compression to be taken on the top of the pack as well as lashing a sleeping pad or something. But what this allows is once you've got your shoulder straps in the right tension and right tightness, when I pull these tight, it acts as a load lifter, but it shifts the pack weight into the proper place. And he spent a lot of time perfecting this and working on different designs to make sure that it works well. And I have to say that it really, really works well. He's got the straps going through these little plastic loops here that really pull the pack close to the shoulders, close to the back, and make carrying this thing super comfortable. And that's one of the things that I've been so impressed with going into a frameless pack is the range of motion that I experienced with this thing. What I've noticed with all of my other packs, my framed packs, is I kind of feel like a prisoner to the pack. Like I don't have as much range of motion, and this thing just moves with your body. It's got a really like skinny profile, and so just a really, really comfortable carry. And even at 30 pounds on the second day last weekend, this thing carried so comfortably, no hot spots, no hip hickeys, just a fantastic experience. So this is a true frameless pack. I do have a pad on the inside of the pack right now, which is just folded up like a sit pad to add a little bit of a frame to the internal side of the pack, just to give it a little bit more rigidity. But if you're carrying lower weights, below 20 pounds, that kind of application isn't going to be necessary. So this particular pack has a torso range of 17 to 20 inches, but there are other options, and again, you can customize depending on what your torso length is. He is also doing different size, different width shoulder straps. So this is a 3-inch strap. You can get skinnier straps if you've got a wide neck, or for ladies to make this more comfortable. And I really enjoy this 3-inch wide strap. My Exos 38 doesn't have nice wide straps like this and not as comfortable. The massive hip belt pocket that's included with this pack is one of the coolest features. You can get so much stuff in this thing. It is insanely huge, which is a huge, huge bonus, because a lot of times hip belt pockets are just way too small and they become kind of useless. And that's not the case with this. As well as these side pockets, you can see have a lot of stretch and give to them, and you can carry a lot of gear in here. I've got a bottle of water, I've got a small tripod in there, and then on this side I've got another bottle of water, my tent poles, a little side table, and you could shove other little tiny things down in there as well. For how durable and heavy duty this pack is, it's really, really lightweight, and it's just an awesome weight savings for going frameless. Here on the front side of the pack, I've got a bunch of these stuff that is smaller, looser items. You've got a lot of stretch here on this pocket, which is a really nice feature. Basically, I've got everything in here that I would need to get to on the trail. So I've got water bags, I've got filtration stuff, I've got a charger, I even have my stove on the outside here. Lots and lots of space. You could put a ton of gear inside of that, which I really like. If there was anything that I would change on this pack, it would be changing this from this particular type of mesh to that stretchy 4-way stretch mesh, but that's just a personal preference. And then I'll undo these load shifters. And this bag is a traditional roll top style bag. It's got Velcro to close the top of it here. And then just looking down on the inside of the pack, I've got lots and lots of gear in here. So I've got a food bag, I've got first aid kit, I've got my stove and pot, I've got a beanie, more clothing, a towel, more clothes, a little pillow, a down coat, sleeping pad, my tent, a rain jacket, sleeping bag, and a sit pad. So that gives you an idea of all of the gear that this thing is capable of carrying. Now, for a summer loadout, this is going to be a lot less gear, and I can save a ton of weight, and I can really roll down the top on this thing to be able to cinch it down really small. So I like that aspect of the roll top. But basically, guys, that is the Waymark Gear Thru 40 frameless backpack. Super cool. Just my initial experience with it has been really positive. I don't want to give a long-term conclusion on my experience with the pack, but for the 20 or so plus miles that I have carried the pack so far, it's been really positive, and I expect for that same experience to continue over the lifespan of me using this pack. I'm just really excited about it, and I honestly don't have anything real negative to say about it. It is so well designed. The attention to detail is really fantastic. If you look at all of the stitching, all of the little aspects of things that have been paid attention to, that makes it a really high quality piece of gear. And one of my concerns about going with a product like this is I got worried that it's gonna look like a DIY homemade piece of gear that isn't going to look very cool, and that's not the case with this. So anyway, guys, super interested to hear what you think about this. Thanks so much, guys, for watching. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't, and as always, hope you have an awesome day.